Hey YouTube, Devin here with Comics and Stuff. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning back in again. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about comic books that you guys should be investing in for the future. This is going to just include comic books that have upcoming movies, really hot comic books that are, consistently selling off the shelves, books for, characters that are coming up in future TV shows, XYZ, all that shebang. Even books that, might possibly get bigger movie deals in the future that we don't know about. So let's give a quick start off. We're going to talk about, wait for it, Saga #1. This here is a Saga #1 first print. It's by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples from Image Comics. This has been consistently selling on eBay for anywhere between $90 to $275, sometimes even more based off of condition. This is a really hot book. It's probably one of my favorite comic book series that I've ever read. If you haven't picked up Saga, you need to. There's a couple of you that I know, I'm talking to. Anyways, so pick up a Saga if you can. These are a little more difficult to get a hold of unless you have an extra, $100 laying around, but they're cool. Now, on to the second one. I'm going to go through the ungraded books first before going through the graded books that I have. The next one, The Man Called Nova, #1. Why do I bring this book in? Well, we all saw Guardians of the Galaxy, correct? And you had the Nova Corps. Well, Nova, the hero of the Nova Corps. This is an awesome book. People are speculating that because of Guardians of the Galaxy bringing this kind of into the movie. I mean, it's possible that he might get a movie. We're not sure, but it's something just to grab a hold of, just in case. Something for the future. This would be a few years down the road. So this isn't like a priority, but this is definitely something to consider. Same thing with the next book that I'm going to grab. It's going to be the Submariner. Now, he's one of Marvel's oldest superheroes. He came out during the golden age of comics, just like, the Human Torch. And he doesn't have a movie. And I know that I believe Marvel owns at least partial rights to the Submariner. So this is another one just to look at. He hasn't been featured in any movies or anything like that yet. However, he's one of the bigger Marvel heroes that just hasn't been featured. So we'll see what happens with this. I know he did a lot of team-ups with, like, the Fantastic Four, and I'm not sure so much as he did with the Avengers. I don't follow him a lot. I just know that it's something. My gut tells me that it's something to invest in. So if you can't pick this up, I got this for relatively cheap. The price definitely fluctuates based off of grade. This is a Silver Age, #1. It's not his original appearance from back in the Golden Age. That would be significantly more expensive. But if you can get one of these, it'd be awesome. So next, Rye, #0. So I know that these guys have gotten a movie deal and they've been working on it. Now, a lot of local comic book shops and shop owners, they tell me it's not worth it, but consistently I've been seeing these sell at decently high prices, whether if it's on eBay or Comic Connect or just at conventions. I've been seeing this sell for a decently high price. It seems to have a decent fan base, and again, I'm like 99.999% positive that the movie will be coming out at some point in the near future. So if you can pick one of these up for relatively cheap, there's a matte and a glossy version of the cover. This is, I believe, just the matte version. The glossy one is worth a little bit more, so keep your eyes out for these. They're pretty awesome. And the last of the raw ungraded comic books, Justice League Dark. Now, this is one of my favorites. I know that Guillermo del Toro was looking at directing this, and I know that he had started working on the project, but for some reason he had become separated, and it's now a floating project, and there are different people that are interested in finishing the project and turning it into a full-length film. Justice League Dark focuses on, like, John Constantine's Zatanna, Dead Man Frankenstein, so keep your eye out for what happens. Now, you can get these for relatively cheap. I picked this up, when it first came out, but on eBay you can get these for $10-15, but it might be something to hold on to in the future if somebody decides to pick up that project, finish it, and turn it into a full-length film. So that's it for the raw. Next, getting on to graded comics. Captain America #360. So, why Captain America 360? Well, we all know that Civil War is coming out, and this book is the first appearance of Crossbones, one of the main major villains in the Captain America Civil War movie. So that's coming up pretty soon, May 6th, just before my birthday. But we got this. So this is something cool to look at. A lot of people who, especially Captain America fans or new Captain America fans, prospective Captain America fans, may be really into this. So make sure you guys pick one of these up. Again, this is coming up relatively soon. So Captain America #360. Next, Fantastic Four #67. So this is mine. It's graded out of 5.5, signed by Stan Lee. It's a Stan Lee written story. It's an awesome book. It is the first appearance and origin of him, or Warlock. Now, the reason I have this is because Warlock was an integral character to the Infinity Gauntlet series. He was pretty important, and this is his first appearance. This has been getting a lot of heat on places like eBay and Comic Connect. It's being bought up left and right. I see it selling from between $40 in bad condition to $800 in, you know, like 9.8. So this is a good book to get your hands on quick before it sells out. This is, you know, like a highly wanted book. It's very desirable to get. So if you have the extra change, make sure you pick one up. Next, Doctor Strange 169, and generally any Doctor Strange book right now, because of the movie, there's so much hype, especially with Benedict Cumberbatch playing the Doc. I mean, this one is his first, you know, Doctor Strange title. So even though it comes with Doctor Strange 169, it's actually the actual first Doctor Strange comic. It's also his origin retold, which was originally told in like his first appearance or whatever. But this one's awesome. I got this one signed by Stan Lee because it is a character that was created by Stan Lee and a couple other people. But this is an awesome book to get a hold of. These ones are selling consistently as well for anywhere between $60 to $200. This one I didn't get for crazy expensive, but I thought it'd be a good idea just to get it while I could before the movie was like a total hit and it sold out. So if you can get a Doctor Strange 169 or really any early Doctor Strange book that would be a key issue or considered a key issue, get your hands on it. Next, we have DC Comics Presents number 26. So why this book? Signed by George Perez, by the way. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. So that's Raven, Starfire, and Cyborg. Why this book? Because the Teen Titans are rumored to have gotten a TV show. Now, if that includes, you know, Robin or Kid Flash or whoever, this is, you know, regarded as there's the original one, which had just Robin, Flash, and Aqualad. Then there's the new Teen Titans that had the others. They were just introduced in this book. It's a 16-page like short in the back by George Perez and Marv Wolfman. But this is an awesome book just to get a hold of because there is a TV show. I think it's going to be coming out on TNT. So you might want to look at that. It's a few years down the road, but it's in progress. So that's why. 3 more to go, YouTube, and then we're done. If you've stuck through with me the entire time, thank you. You're awesome. You're also going to be a good comic collector. If you haven't, that's okay. Next is Descender number 1. So this came out of Image Comics by Dustin Nguyen and Jeff Lemire. This is an awesome book. It's going for, you know, $100 plus if it's signed on eBay. There's a ton of these floating around, so it's not relatively difficult to get one. But it did get a movie deal. I believe it was picked up by Sony, so it is for sure getting a movie. And great job to these guys. That, you know, they're awesome. They did a couple, you know, like Comic-Con variants. They got one for Emerald City. This is the original first printing, but the Emerald City Comic-Con variant is also really cool if you can happen to, you know, get your hands on that one. But yeah, Descender number 1 from Image Comics. It's good. It's a really interesting concept, but no spoilers, guys. So you're gonna have to go to the store and pick it up. All right. And finally, I'll just do these two together. So, Adventure Interfere number 19, and Howard the Duck number 1, guys. So we got first appearance of Howard the Duck and the first Howard the Duck number 1 comic. Why Howard the Duck? Devin, why? It's a duck. Let me tell you, man, this guy has a huge fan base, okay? Howard the Duck is exploding, especially after that stupid little cameo at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy where he was all CGI and weird. People ate that shit up. Pardon my French, but, I mean, there have always been a ton of I know a ton of hardcore, like, Howard the Duck fans, because he's a hilarious, funny, good character. But he kind of exploded after that little sequence at the very end. He just everybody's like, oh my god, there's a Duck character, and now he has another line of comics, and he's gained a lot of popularity. So I mean, each of these are selling consistently for $50 to $75 each on eBay and Comic Connect. So awesome, to grab. I mean, these ones are mine. I got them graded myself. I just kind of like them just because I think he's a funny character. I'm not going to profess to be a hardcore Howard the Duck fan, but I think he's silly and I think he's cool. So these are good ones to take a look at. But yeah. So that's it, YouTube. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Comics and Stuff. Make sure you tune back in every single Monday. Still working on those annotations and cards to be translinked to my Facebook or my Twitter, but I will put links down below in the description. But if you decide not to click down there or check down there, it's Comics and Stuff 1. So at Comics and Stuff 1 or Facebook.com/Comics and Stuff 1. Make sure you tune back in every single Monday. We're going to be posting new videos. But that's it. That's all I got. So thanks for tuning in, YouTube. We'll see you guys next time.